Where do guide dogs come from? Fun facts from a real-life guide dog team by Miss Rosalind and Lightning, read by Miss Crystal. A guide dog is a specially trained dog who helps their human partner get around all on their own. Have you ever wanted to learn more about them? They have such a special job, but how did they learn to do it? Can any kind of dog be a guide dog? Lightning will be taking over from here. He's my guide dog and knows everything you might want to know. So enjoy his poems about growing up at a guide dog school and becoming my partner. Let's start from the beginning.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 lab puppies. Me and my brothers and sisters were all born together at school. Furry balls of tails, ears, and whiskers. Each of us were given our names by those who donate to our school. The hockey team from Tampa Bay named me Lightning. It's pretty cool. We stayed with our mom while we grew and learned to walk up and down steps. We played with lots of visitors who gave us love and lots of pets. Then we turned 2 months of age. It was time to see the city. With a foster family for each pup, we were no longer itty-bitty. Some of them left to be with Dad at another school for guide dogs, but we were ready for the change, for training vests and long sidewalks. It took a bit to find my match, but in time I had some of my own puppy raisers who showed me how to follow commands and gave me bones. I went to parks, I went to concerts, I went to pools, malls, airports, and parties. I went to hockey games so loud. I played with other service puppies. I learned to sit, I learned to stay. I learned to keep my barker quiet. Anything I'd do as a dog guide, they made sure I would try it. I had to be ready, because someday soon I'd have to go back to the guide dog school where I came from and start my formal learning track.
Sometimes, when puppies go to live with their puppy raisers, they may show that they might not be a good fit as a guide dog. Maybe they're too energetic or like attention from strangers too much. But this only means that they will be changing their career or the job that they will pursue. Some dogs go to work for the police, others work in hospitals, and some become a friend for a family that needs lots of puppy love. Lightning, of course, did pass his guide dog test, but let's see what that was like for him.
Sure enough, that day came along. We celebrated with some cake. For the humans, of course, not me. Guide dogs do not make that mistake. I was 1 year old when I returned. I got my first real harness, too. I worked for months on guide dog stuff. Left, right, forward, the whole to-do. I learned to watch for tree branches. I learned to be safe with cars around. I learned to find doors and street curbs. I worked hard to ignore treats on the ground. And then when I was almost 2, I got a special bath and parade. Me and the other dogs and trainers knew that our forever match was made.
Guide dogs and their human partners are matched by how fast they both walk, how much walking around they do, how much energy they have, and just their overall personality. It takes a few days to see if the guide dog and the human will work well together. The human has to be just the right amount of assertive with their commands, and the dog has to be just the right amount of patient and obedient. This is what training together was like for Lightning and I.
I was nervous that first day. Rosalind was nervous as well. We had to learn to communicate. I was her first dog, I could tell. we got to do in-harness walks. I was proud to show what I knew. We worked longer each day and went for bus rides. There were quite a few. 8 dogs, 8 humans, and trainers worked together for 4 weeks straight. We shared meals, played games, and had fun on our way to graduate. Us dogs learned about our humans. The humans learned to care for us. Our boo-boos, baths, toys, food, and more. We grew in love, respect, and trust. It got closer, that special date. We got to see our razors once more. I got visits from new people, a glimpse of new family in store.
Before graduating, the guide dog team gets a special identification card with their picture on it. They also learn about the special rules about guide dogs being allowed to go anywhere with their partner. The dog gets one last checkup from the school vet, and then after the ceremony, it's time to go home.
My new home was very lovely, but some things startled me at first. I just had to get used to it and hang with Rosalind like a purse. Then one day we went to college. I met many friendly faces. I went to class and the library, to church and other places. I helped Rosalind perform in plays, and when she went horseback riding. The dog park there was really great. College was so exciting.
After graduating, Lightning was there for my first job interview and during my wedding. We have been working as a team for many years now. This is what Lightning has to say about getting close to retiring as a guide dog.
We've been on trips and escapades. We've moved homes a couple of times. I've watched our family grow and change as my face grays and adds new lines. I haven't always been so good, like when I snagged Rosalind's breakfast, or when I ate the cat litter, but Rosalind helps me behave my best. I still have lots of energy, but I sleep a little more. My joints pop, my eyes aren't as bright, my nose is pink, and I'm sure one day I will be too old to hop up in the car's back seat. It will be sad to work no more, but my life has been a real treat. I will stay home when she goes out and let a new pup take over. I'll teach them all the good things, to listen well and take care of her.
Lightning has showed us so much about his journey as a guide dog, and each guide dog has their own unique story to tell. Just keep in mind that guide dogs aren't like regular pets. They have to keep up their good behaviors and healthy habits so that they can have a good, long working life, and so that they can always keep their partners safe. This is also why only certain breeds like Labradors, Golden Retrievers, German Shepherds, and some mixes are chosen to be service dogs for their high intelligence and desire to please. If you want to know more about guide dogs, visit a website of a guide dog school near you. You might even be able to go and play with some of the puppies. Have fun exploring.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and a special thank you to Miss Crystal and Mr. Edward for helping me out with this book. It was so much fun to work with you guys, and so great to be able to put this book together with your help.